So we'll move on to a next problem. It's called as annuity, present value of ordinary annuity. What is the PV of annuity that pays 200 per year at the end of each year for the next 3 years, given a 6% discount factor? So he says, assume that someone pays you 200 rupees at the end of each year for the next 3 years and the discount factor is 6%, then what would be the amount that you receive so what is the value of that amount today? So that is what is the question is. So in order to do this, we'll use the same approach that we had in the earlier problem. So what we'll do, we'll have years, we have cash flow, we'll have discount factor at 6%, and then we'll have the present value 1, 2, 3. Cash flow received is 200, 200, 200. The answer for 6% would be, so this is the discount factor, so we'll multiply, we'll get the present value for each year. So this is the total present value of the annuity. So the total present value of annuity. So now the question arises, what is an annuity? Okay, see, annuity is any payment or income which is fixed in amount and received or paid over a number of years. That is, very simply, if you're going to receive or pay a fixed amount of money, 200, 200, 200, the number doesn't change, every year it is 200. In that case, it is called as an annuity rather than a cash flow. Okay, that is annuity. So should you do so much of iterations and then get the number? The answer is no. If the amount is going to be constant and it is an annuity, there's a simpler way to get it. So we can put it like this: present value of annuity equals to the cash flow into annuity factor for discount factor percentage at n years. That is, we'll simply put it, the cash flow here in the sum is 200, multiply it by the annuity factor for 6% into, so we have to look at annuity factor for 6% at 3 years. If you look at that, you will get the answer. So let's look at that factor. An annuity factor table similar to the present value table, you will get in an annuity factor table this side as the percentage and this side as the number of years. So our job is to look at 6% and at 3 years, so that comes to 2.673, and let's get the answer, 534.6. if you see, this answer is the same as this answer. That is, if you're going to work out for an annuity, there's no requirement that you have to do a table like this and do it. You can just work out in a simple line and directly get the answer. If you're very comfortable in getting the annuity, you don't even need to show this writings and all. You can directly multiply 200 into 2.673. You can directly get the answer. It is as very simple as that. So ensure that you understand annuity, so that in exam what they do is, in a lengthier problem, they'll simply give you 200, 200, 200 like this. Okay, for 5 years they might give you, and if you do this through a table approach, it will take you around 10 minutes, but if you do through this one, it will take you 1 minute. So they indirectly test whether are you capable enough to understand what is an annuity, and do you know how to use an annuity factor and quickly solve the problem. So that is what they are testing in an exam. So ensure that you identify an annuity very quickly and you use the annuity factor table very quickly and get the answer. So that is what your job is. The question will not ask you find out the present value of annuity. That's very simple. So they'll only indirectly test you. Okay, so we'll move on to the next problem. So annuity received at the start of the year. What is the present value of annuity that pays 200 per year at the start of each year for the next 3 years given a 6% discount factor. This sum is the same numerical sum as the above, as the previous one, but the only difference is in the last sum it was the cash flow is assumed to be receiving at the end, but here it is at start. So if we do a table, we'll start with the table. So again we'll have year, we'll have cash flow, we have discount factor at 6%, we'll have present value. Take year, see the year will not be 1 because it is at the start. So if it's going to be started, assume that he's going to pay you on this date. We'll have some dates. So assume the first cash flow is received today. Today is 1st Jan 2020. So the next payment is going to be received on 1st Jan 2021 and then 1st Jan 2022. See, today any amount that you receive will be noted as 0th year. The next year then will be first year, then the next year will be second year. Okay, the cash flow that is received is the same 200. Factor for the 0th year is always 1. Okay, from there on you get the decimal numbers and you can do it. So this will be 943 and this will be 890. So you'll multiply and get the numbers. This will be 200, this will be 188.6, this will be 178. So if you add all of them together, you will get 566.6. So that is the present value of annuity. We have got this number. So can we do a shorter approach and find it out? Yes, we can. Present value of annuity. We'll find out the cash flow multiplied by annuity factor for discount factor percentage at n years. So we'll take this as a concept and then we'll do it. But when we do this, we won't get the answer. Why? Because this was used when the cash flow is received at the end of the year. When you receive at the beginning of the year, the formula changes. So how does the formula change? The formula works like this. See, this is multiplied by add 1 plus, because the 1 that you are using here, this 1 is taken here. So 1 plus annuity factor for a discount factor, that is 6% at n years. If you put n, then it becomes 1, 2, 3 years. 1 has already been added here. So how can we take 3 years discount factor? We have to take only 2 years discount factor. So what we'll do, we'll change the formula a little bit. The formula is n minus 1 year. Okay, so we'll do this and we'll try to get an answer. The cash flow is the same 200 into 1 plus annuity factor for 6% at 2 years. So that is what we want. So we'll find out that number. So that will be 200 into 1 plus some number. So what is that number? We'll look at the same annuity table. So for 6% for 2 years, it is 1.833. It will be 1.833. So our number will become 200 into 2.833. So our answer will be 566.6. So if you see, this answer is similar to this answer, but this is a shorter approach. Ensure that you understand this formula really well. Okay, this is when annuity is received at the start of the year. Okay, you can use this formula. The earlier formula was for the end of the year. So we'll move on to something called as a perpetuity. What is a perpetuity? Perpetuity is an annual cash flow that occurs forever. That is, if someone pays you a money forever, what is that instrument's worth is? So it is present value equal to annual cash inflow divided by a rate, that is a discount factor. So essentially this is a formula where there are 3 elements. Okay, one of the element will be missing in the question. Your job is to find out that element. So we'll start. PV of a perpetuity. Condon Corporation issues preferred stock that will pay 4.5 per year in annual dividends beginning next year. Okay, beginning next year is it's the first year. So this year end or next year beginning is the both same, so it is the first year, and plans to follow this dividend policy forever. Given an 8% rate of return, what is the value of Condon's preferred stock today? So we'll work out like this. What is this 4.5 refer? That refers to the annual cash inflow, right? What does this 8% refer? 8% refers the rate. And what we have to find? We have to find out the present value. So present value will be $4.5 divided by 8%. So your answer will be 56.25. Okay, that is the present value of perpetuity. We'll move on to the next sum. An investor is planning to buy Condon preferred stock that will pay 4.5 per year in annual dividends beginning at the next year, and plans to follow this dividend policy forever. Determine the rate of return that an investor would realize if he has paid 75 per share for the stock. So here if you say this 4.5 is the dividend, so that will be the annual cash inflow, and this 75 is what she has paid. Okay, so that is not the rate. The rate is what you have to find. So this actually is the present value. So we can put it like this. So the present value equals to annual cash inflow divided by the rate, where the present value is 75, the annual cash inflow is 4.5, the rate is what we don't know. So what we'll do is we'll try to find out the rate. So the rate will be 4.5 divided by 75, so that will come to 0.06. so if you represent it as a percentage, it would be 6%. okay, so or else you can put like this, 0.06 into 100, that gives you 6%. okay, so that is what happens. So in this formula, any one number will be missing and you have to find out the missing number.